Alright, I've just jumped back into the mission editor. I quickly want to show off one of the things I learned on my last mission, and that is this box here, triggered actions. I said in a previous video I never used this before, and that was true up until now. So I thought I'd just quickly add this to my little series I've got going here. So a triggered action is basically if you go to one of your waypoints, either your starting one or add a waypoint, you've got an option here to add tasks and different actions to at that waypoint to your unit. Say if you're in orbit, say. What triggered actions do is allow you to initiate those tasks and actions outside of waypoints. Basically, so to show that off, I thought I'd set up something similar to what I did in my last mission. So I'm going to put down a plane here. Let's make him, well, JF17, say. Call him JF17. And let's put him at 15,000. Whoa. At 350, say. And I'm going to give him a waypoint to here. And I'm actually going to add one of those tasks to orbit. Just circle, add that waypoint. And actually what I'll do is I'll add one more. Oops. Add. Just so I can have him flying straight. I'm going to make this a racetrack one between these two. Alright, so he's going to get to this waypoint and just do a racetrack orbit around those two. What I want to do is fly into that area and then form up with him, radio him to follow me, and then have him follow me. So how do you do that? I'm going to do it with triggered actions. So first of all, click on the JF17, click on triggered actions, and go to add. Now I'm going to set the task for him, so I'm going to go perform task. I'm going to use the follow one. What group? I want to follow me, which I've got named as test. Now these parameters for the follow command are what position you want him in to follow. Distance is forward and aft. Elevation, vertical distance, and interval is left or right. So I want him negative, say 50 feet. Elevation, we'll put him 20 feet above me. And interval, let's say 20 feet to the right. So positive to the right, negative behind, and positive elevation above. I do believe. We'll soon find out. So that's assigned that JS17 a triggered action. Oh, an action to trigger. And now I'm going to trigger it. So let's do it via the radio menu. Where am I? What am I doing here? Triggers, new, mission to start. Quickly going to do this. If you want to look how to do it slower, just have a look at my previous video. So radio message, radio item, I should say, for group, coloration, blue, and let's call this follow flag one. So the trigger, I'll call follow as well, and I'll put here flag is true 1. So when that radio item is activated, flag 1 comes on, flag is true is the condition to meet it. And I'm going to put here, I've got two different ones, AI task push, AI task set. Now if I press AI task push, it'll give me a drop down menu for the action I want to push, and I've only got one, and that's the one I set up to follow. So when I activate the flag, it's going to push that AI task. So you got two options, the AI task push task is set. The difference between the two is the way they're set up here. Tasks will initiate in the list that you have them. So if I was to push a task, it's going to push a task ahead of all the other tasks that this one has. So it's going to push it ahead of the orbit, and it's going to get him to follow me. AI task set basically, whoops, wrong one. does the same, except it pushes that task or sets that task above everything else, and then that is the last task we'll do. There will be no more after that. So basically it's just a final task that you'll give it. But if you wanted it to do other tasks after it, do task push. I'm just going to keep it on task push. Hopefully I explained that correctly. Alright, so that's all set up. So I'm going to fly in, I'm going to activate the radio item, just going to activate the flag, and he's going to follow me. Now if I had done that one when he flew into waypoint 1 and asked him to follow, he would have hit waypoint 1 and followed me. So this way I can dictate and it happens. Using the triggered actions, which is very handy when you're being creative in missions. Okay, there he is off the front here. Let's just put it on autopilot. And let's go to him. There he is. Fine looking plane and model, which I've got to fly more of. Probably about to pass him. There's me on the horizon there. So he's now in his racetrack pattern. He's past his waypoint. There he is there. I'm just going to quickly jump into him and form up. So he's just merrily on his task that I've set. I didn't actually... Oh, slow down, slow down. Didn't actually give him a stop condition, which I should have, because once he's finished this, he'll just do what he wants, but I should be able to get in there before he does that. It's going a lot slower than what I set him. Oh no, I set him to there. The actual orbit was 270. Alright, so he's now in, so just say, there he goes. Oh, he's going to go into his turn, but I'm going to go F10 and ask him to follow. Whoa, 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 not that close, mate. There you go. Bloody hell. Jesus. Maybe I should have added a bit more distance to it. Kamikaze fire. Alright, now he's settling. Good grief. Alright, so he's right into it. That's he's got it smack bang. He's been 20 feet above me. Probably a bit too close to me. Yeah, a little too wide. He's just going to move the echelon right. I think I'm actually pointing down, so if I autopilot that one, I'm stalling, that's why. Of course I'm stalling in the F-18, what else do you do? Alright, so yeah, there we go. And you can get very creative with all that, so let's just say I had, let's just delete that waypoint, delete the orbit one. Let's just say I had a guy flying down a pody here, just say this river's our border. You have a plane coming towards the border, or a carrier group, say it was a carrier group, and you didn't want him to do anything, and you wanted this. I'm just thinking out loud here, so bear with me. Just say if I wanted him to come up to him and say, try get him to follow, say if he's enemy, let's switch him enemy. Say I want him to try get him to follow me, or if that doesn't work, to actually attack me. It's kind of cool. So let's see if I can do that. So let's go triggered actions. Not for me, for him. We're going to keep follow, and I'm going to add another one. Let's go. Let's think here. Set option to rules of engagement, weapons free. Add another one. Reaction to threats. Evade fire. Alright, so bear with me. If I go triggers, actually if I hit his plane first of all, I've got to add the opposite to the start of that. So I'm going to put weapons hold and action, reaction to threat, no reaction. So he's just going to fly until I trigger this thing. And what I'm going to do is actually flag is one, and I'm going to add here a new flag is true 1, flag set, or random flag I should say. This is something I used in the last video as well, so where is it? Set random flag. There we go. And flag 2 I'm going to set as 1 or 2. Okay, so now flag is equals 2 1. AI push follow, and then I'm going to add another one, and this one here is like fight. New flag equals 2 2. So similar to what I did in the other video, this trigger is going to, once I press this radio item, actually I'm doing this wrong, I should put another radio item. Let's just clone that and do this. Let's do it this way and fight. No, I don't want that. I was doing it right the first time. So when that presses, it's going to activate this flag. When this flag activates, the flag is going to set flag 2. And then when flag 2 activates, it's either going to do follow. And this one here, I'm going to task push both of those. Yeah, that works. There we go. I think it works. So yeah, I'm going to have a radio item to call him up, and I'll like say, I'll just ask him to follow, and then he's either going to follow me or he's going to fight me. So let's go. I'm kind of excited. This is the fun part of mission making, is just making scenarios up. I won't save it just in case it stuffs up. Alright, so I've got my JF-17, should be in front of me. There he is there. Let's just lock him up with guns. So listen buddy, what are you flying into our territory for? Now I probably could do this on a waypoint as well, but just say I wanted to do it. And trigger it this way. Whoa, slow down, slow down. I'm doing it again. Every time I want the F-18 to go fast, it never does. When I want it to slow down, it never does. Alright, so let's follow up on him again. Do this a bit better. Alright, so let's see what he does. He's either going to follow me, or he's going to go guns. F10, follow. And he's going vertical. That looks kind of aggressive. And I'm not going to be able to match him because he's got a rocket ship. So I've got a 50-50 chance of what he's going to do. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have done a manoeuvre like that if he's following me. Slow down, tracker. No, he's locking me up. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know what the chances are that I'd get the other one if I tried it again, but I might do that. Let's just see if I can get around him. No, I'm already stalling. I haven't even done any vicious manoeuvre really. Anyway, F-18. Let's just let him shoot me. Just to make sure he was aggressive. Come on. I deserve to die. Oh, he missed me. Alright, so I'm dead. Now let's play it out again. That's kind of cool, I like that. I won't bother forming up, I'll just ask him. Okay, there he is there. Lock him up. Radio menu. Now if I click follow there, he's not doing an aggressive manoeuvre. Well, he might be. Let's see what he's going to do. Shoot me. He looks aggressive. That looks threatening. That looks threatening. Surely he would have killed me by now. Or is he following me? It's like he's following me. So there you go. That's how you set up a little random encounter. Very dynamic in a mission. Using triggered actions and flags. Bear in mind you can do all this for ground AI as well. Done. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. That's triggered actions. I'll leave it there.